Hey, welcome back, guys. Here we are on a bit of an op shop adventure today. Thought I'd try and give you a bit of a voiceover and talk through some of what we're doing here. So, this is Lifeline in Nara, having a bit of a look at everything. You would have seen the Mr. Men cups there. I've grabbed some of them in the past, but they haven't moved so far. They are brand new in box, but I've just left them. Checking a couple things here on this miscellaneous bench. And there's no real value on anything there. So I keep looking around the store, just check stuff here. There's Energizer guard there. It all appears to be there, but yeah, not really any luck. I do like to dig through the dollar toy bin here, the plush bin. So I'm just having a bit of a look to see if I can find anything, and I find this little one here. So this is a Disney Parks. So not just Disney, but Disney Parks licensed reversible frozen Elsa and Anna doll. So made sure to grab that. There's some good value in that. And then I haven't really looked at these DVDs for a while, so I started to have a bit of a look here. Safe Haven, Alice in Wonderland, Val Kilmer there in Top Secret, Sound of Music. I'm pulling them all out here. That's a German language highlights of the 2006 World Cup. This is Potter, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, great comedy moments, great comedies, Blackadder and stuff like that, Scorched Trials. So I'm pulling them all out here, all the sealed ones that I can find in this $2 bin. Transporter 3, and my intent is that I'm going to scan them. Now, most of them I will keep from this store here. But there are a couple I put back, like the Scorched Trials, the Pledge there, that goes back. There's just no value in them. But I am specifically here looking for all the sealed ones. Enemy of the Gates, love that movie, but not really any value. That's a really weird one. I couldn't find any info on that anywhere, so that one went back. Whatever that is, that went back. I don't even remember what it is now. But yeah, so I kind of go through them all, and then once I've pulled them all out, I'm going to scan them all and just check them. So here I am scanning them. If you don't know how to do this, this is on your eBay app. You can scan barcodes when you search, and I always have mine set to automatically filter for sold comps. It's just an easy way of being able to see what they're selling for, and gives me a very, very quick idea as to if there's any real value. You can switch it back over to a listed search if you want to, but sold comps really is where you want to be looking at stuff. That's the reality of it. So we go through all of these DVDs, we pick out the ones that we think have value. There are a couple that I couldn't find any sales on, but just the nature of them. So Top Secret, the Val Kilmer movie, it's a classic 80s comedy from the maker of Airplane, so I kept it. And then once I've kind of had a look there, I had a look at the other section, nothing there. Coming along, having a look at the shoes, women's shoes, toys. Here, there's some hats up above sort of eye level here. You'll see this here. This is a Santa Cruz, which is a skateboard brand. So I grabbed that hat. It's kind of like a denim hat. Really cool. There were some bands there that are of no use. But then here, that is a selection of Warhammer. For $1. So Warhammer for $1. I'm not going to say no there. We then start looking at all the shirts, and right here there's nothing really fantastic, nothing new. A lot of the same ones that I see every single week when I come in. And a bit of a shame that they don't sort of knock the prices down. Here we are at Vinnie's in Nara. There are some pretty high price stuff here, but I like to have a bit of a look around. Shout out to Judda. There's some jeans for you, mate. I'm happy to have a look for you if you want me to, and I can send them off to you. Let me know what you're after, mate. But just look at some of the stuff that I know has been on the shelf here for a while. I look just to see where the prices have been dropped. Look at some to see if they're licensed toys or not as well. That's what's important. And then like looking through these bags just to see if I can spot anything, check ages on stuff, check for makers. And just as I'm about to leave, I spotted a Colossus figure here, which is a Marvel Colossus figure, and the style of him told me that he was potentially 90s, early 2000s, as he looked like the Colossus from the original X-Men cartoon, and he was from 1998. So I grabbed that bag for $5 there. We then start flicking through the shirts. It's pretty depressing, some of the shirts here. There's just so many, but I did stumble across this little Adidas number. It is a women's Adidas, and for $5, I thought pretty nice little, active wear shirt. Should go for somewhere between $30 and $40. So just flicking through again, like I say, all the same shirts that we always see when we come to this store, and just hoping that we're going to find something a little bit different. This was a Sydney Swans Academy shirt. It was Nike, it was brand new with tags, but being Academy rather than the team, I kind of decided it wasn't worth it to pick that up at $12. Once you add in shipping, etc., not really going to win there. So just kept looking. That was a cool little Tirana, non-genuine, but cool little Tirana shirt. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that some of these stores don't sort of put prices down to move some of this excess stock that they seem to hold on to for forever. Like, there's still shirts in this store from when I started over a year ago, and I kind of just think to myself, if you guys just put your prices down just a touch, you might have a chance. Here we see a shirt that I've actually sold this exact shirt once before, and that is a Footjoy golf shirt, so purple with white lines. So I've sold that one before, so happy to grab that because I know it'll move. Looking through some of the sports gear here. Have a look at the Carton Dry shirt. It is quite nice, but I decided it probably wasn't worth it at this stage. And for $10, I think it was, it really, I'd probably only get $30. And again, once you add postage and fees, it's not really worth it. So once I've finished looking at all this, I start looking at some of the stuff on top here. There are a couple of books that are sort of like coffee table books, just trying to see if there's ISBN codes that I can look up, see if there's any sold comps. But not really having any luck with anything up there. Have a quick look around at all the pants and the dress shirts, shoes, just check to see if there's anything that's worthwhile. And as I'm about to leave the area, I noticed these Adidas shoes here. They wanted $30 for them, and after a long time of trying to find them online, I finally found some. And realistically, they only sell for about $50 used in really good condition, and like $90 to $100 brand new on eBay. So not really worth it. So came out to my little hat stand that I love to look at here. Found some really good hats on there, but nothing there. And then quick look over at the DVDs and games section. We're now in Bomo at the Animal Welfare League. This was the one where I was the first ever customer in the store, and I really do enjoy coming to this store. The staff are absolutely wonderful. It's only a very small store, easy to have a quick look, check if there's anything there, and then I can move on. So having a look at the hats, nothing exciting there. Come over to the shirts, and here we find a single stitch vintage Sydney Opera House shirt. So that's a really, really cool little piece to find there. Kept flicking through. Again, similar thing, lots of the same old shirts, but then we come over this side and flicking through. Again, dress shirts to the max, Van Heusen, all those sorts of things, quite regular, Oxfords, all that sort of stuff. Nothing really of value there. Then we found again a nice little Nike shirt. This was $5 also. Just a simple little activewear shirt that should go for $30 to $40, and then straight after it was this Under Armour jacket, so windbreak for $7. I'm going to keep that because it's actually a really nice one for playing golf or just being outside in, so I grabbed that. Then I had a bit of a look at the ties here. I don't normally sell ties, but I did spot this little vintage 1994 Warner Brothers Daffy Duck tie, and started having a look through the shoes. They do have some reasonable shoes, mostly dress shoes though. Nothing exciting here this week. And then we make our way over to the collectibles. Always having a look at the plush. Nothing there this week. And then I spot here, Bonds 2000 Olympic green and gold opening ceremony socks. You might see something in the background there. I don't spot it the first time, but I will come back to that stand shortly. So have a look over this side. Nothing exciting there. Go through the DVDs. Nothing new. All the sealed ones I've checked before. So come down. Just start getting the stuff ready. The staff here are fantastic. This is the manager, and she's always been brilliant. She lets me know if there's anything exciting out the back. So after she's had a look at this stuff here, I find these Beatrix Potter posters. including Peter Rabbit for $3. So they're vintage and they look really, really awesome. So I grabbed them. Don't know how I'm going to show them off yet for photos, but I'm going to have a look. So here, she's letting me know that she's actually got out the back some cups that I might be interested in. There's some Looney Tunes cups. So she says, once we finish here, I will go out and grab them. So I'm happy to have a look at anything interesting you've got out the back. Always happy to pick stuff up. So if you've got something good for me, I will not say no. I always like to continue having a look in case I've missed something while people are sort of serving me and they've got a few things to go through. Always good to have a chat at this stage, just talking to people, because it's things like that that allow you to have access to the back area. But like I said, I came back to this stand here and you'll see Sydney 2000 Olympics, and just under the stand was that genuine merchandise tag. And I also grabbed that Polaroid case for 50 cents. I just thought it was interesting. So just hanging about. I do pick up a couple of pencils here for my little fella, for Noah here. They're Paw Patrol based pencils, so I grabbed them. And then she brings out the classic 90s Looney Tune head mugs. So she had Daffy Duck, Tweety, and I think Bugs Bunny. So I also had Sylvester at home. So that makes 4. Then we are at Anglicare in Bomaderry. I really like this Anglicare because all of the t-shirts are $5. There's no differentiation. Jackets are different price, but t-shirts are $5. So I know if I find something good, it's worth grabbing. Whereas over in town, it's really, really questionable sometimes. Like a shirt like this Jordan shirt would have been like probably priced $15 over there. So sometimes it's just really not worth it. You'll also see here, this is a nice Adidas, Born for Greatness. I thought it might have been for Golden State Warriors, but after holding on to it for a little bit, I do actually put those shirts back. I kind of decided it really wasn't worth it for me. So we're just flicking through here. And because this store has shirts at $5 and they're all at $5, it's sometimes easier to pick up some of those sort of brands that maybe aren't going to move super quick, but have some potential. So like there, I picked up a Tommy Hilfiger, and I'm going to pick up another one here as well. So it just, when you're in this situation where you know it's cheap, it sometimes is worth taking the risk on clothes. Now, this little store specifically does me brilliantly for caps. I almost picked this BOC team V8 Supercars cap, but it was a little bit too weathered and just worn, so I left it behind. But I did find this awesome corduroy Targa Tasmania vintage hat. Absolutely brilliant. Should go for about $50. So really looking forward to getting that one listed over the next couple of weeks. Then picked up a nice vintage Makita cap there. Again, another $50, and another really cool vintage Parramatta Eels James Hardy hat there. I've had some real luck recently with the vintage NRL hats. So that one being the fact that they're sponsored by James Hardy there really does say that it's back in like the 80s, 90s. We then have the Pirelli. Pirelli do tyres for all sorts of racing, so they're a great one to pick up. A lot of interest in them. And as they are currently doing the F1 tyres, it's worth picking that up. Here is a Western Star Trucks. I do like anything kind of like truck or like sort of westerny. So, you know, anything from RM Williams, that sort of stuff. It always does have a lot of interest and sells well. I find a little Still hat there, and then this Mambo hat. So yeah, great little spot to look for hats. I've had some great luck in this little store with hats. I don't normally like to go to the Anglicare in Nowra, but yeah, this one really does look after me. So here I'm kind of having a look at all the shirts that I've picked and deciding that a bunch of them really aren't of value. So I put back that Nike Jordan. I'd picked up an AC/DC band shirt before and also put back the Adidas shirt. We then have a look at the DVDs here and got lucky again on sealed DVDs. Here we have Shrek 1, 2, and 3, all sealed, brand new, ready to rock and roll. So I wasn't going to say no to those. We then, off the shelf here, we can't see it, but I do pick up Doc Holliday. Is an old just forgotten his name now. He was in Back to the Future. And then also another one there, which I think is Fan. That's it, Fan. It's a strange one, but sells quite well. So about $30 for that DVD. We then search through. There's a couple I'm going to scan up here just to check. So man, I did want to check and scan up. But terrible. Just walk over to the window. Okay, so for some reason at this stage my recording cut out. I don't know why, but that's okay. I was coming to the end here. I really do enjoy coming to this little Anglicare op shop. It's fantastic. It's so much better price than the one in town, and if you're in the area, stop in and have a look. Hopefully this video has been helpful. You've had a good chance to see how I see op shops, how I walk through them. I try and be pretty determined. I don't like to stuff around and take too long inside them, but I have my niches and I sort of stick to that at this stage. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you're having a great week. Hope sales are going well, and we look forward to seeing you here next time on Falls Creek Flips.